I would say so. So these are the kind of things that I think are important to think about as we're sitting here talking about this today. Again, the number to call up is 888 Mad Dog 6. That's 888-623-3646. You're listening live to the Stephen A. Smith Show, Sirius XM, Mad Dog Sports Radio. Shedeur Sanders, I will say this last part. Everything's on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody's asking him to look like a superstar. But he cannot go out there this weekend and look how he looked last weekend against the Ravens. 4-16, 25% completion percentage. He cannot do that. If he goes out there and looks as lost, as confused, as discombobulated, as inept as he looked this past weekend, he ain't gonna be able to live it down, y'all. He ain't gonna be able to live it down. I don't think there's any game as important to Shedeur Sanders' career as this game coming up. You gotta remember, you in high school, you in college, you know, all of these years you've been playing for your dad. You've been playing for your dad. You didn't play for somebody else. You've been playing for your dad, who you know has your best interest at heart, who you know that's going to exhaust himself, putting you in a position to succeed, who's emotionally and DNA-wise even invested in you. We don't know what the situation is in Cleveland, but we're about to find out. We're about to find out. We got sound from Shedeur Sanders? Play that sound for me. Let's hear what he had to say. Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, mentally, emotionally, I'm in a great place overall. In life, it's always going to be adversity. Things aren't always going to go, as planned, but I would say, I'm prepared for everything. I'm more of a feel type of person, so that's how I learn, that's how I do everything. I'm gonna just watch it, it's just gonna happen. No, like, I gotta be out there, feel it, I gotta move around, it's like so many details that it takes for me, to feel my best and play my best. And I'm doing everything in my power, and the team's doing everything, to help me get prepared.
He cannot look awful this weekend. It's that simple. He looks awful this weekend, it's gonna be a long, long, long road in his NFL career. Period. 888 Mad Dog 6 is the number to call up. It's 888-623-3646. You're listening live to the Stephen A. Smith Show, Sirius XM, Mad Dog Sports Radio. That's one thing I wanted to get into. Here's the other. Mike Greenberg for ESPN's Get Up every weekday morning from 8 to 10 a.m. Mike Greenberg, I think that he's clearly in the conversation as one of the greatest hosts in the history of sports. He's just automatic, consummate professional, knows how to move traffic, knows how to tease conversations, intros, outros, just hosting. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I can host the show. And I always feel that way until I look at him. And then I say, no, I'm not that great. Because that man is a born host. He really, really is. Mike Greenberg is special, okay? But I don't know if I ever saw a moment more special, him hosting the show, than Tuesday morning. That man walked on the air, and you would have thought the Dallas Cowboys beat the Philadelphia Eagles and won the Super Bowl championship. Or a playoff game, rather. I couldn't believe it listening to him. Did you see him? Did you see Dallas? Oh, my God. Did you see him? Oh, my goodness. Did you see C.D. Spectacular. Did you see George Pickens? Spectacular. I mean, he was talking about, and I'm going like this. They're playing the Raiders. Do y'all know how awful the Raiders are? In Vegas, they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. They'll embrace Vegas, just don't take it beyond those corridors. But when it comes to the Raiders, the Las Vegas don't even want any association with this team. That's how bad they are. You got critics comparing Coach Pete Carroll to Joe Biden in his last year in office. That's how bad it is in Vegas right now. To end the game, out of reach, out of touch, the game is over. Dallas is beating Vegas 33-16. Do you know that the Las Vegas Raiders got a penalty for too many men on the field? For taking a knee. They had too many players on the field at the end of the game taking the knee. I mean, this is some embarrassing stuff. It's embarrassing stuff, okay? Folks clamoring for Tom Brady to take over. Mark Davis reminding you he is nothing like his daddy. Just win, baby. Just win, baby. The late, great Al Davis. Boy, would Raider fans give anything to have that man as the owner, alive and kicking right now instead of his son. That's who the Dallas Cowboys beat up on. Now, there's no doubt that we saw impressive stuff. You acquired Quinnen Williams from the Jets, Logan Wilson from the Bengals. You improved your defense in that regard. Deron Bland is back. Overshown is back. You're just looking at the Dallas Cowboys and you're saying to yourself, listen, man, they can make some noise. That's true. But let's put things in this proper perspective. Over the next 3 weeks, the Dallas Cowboys have to play the Philadelphia Eagles Sunday afternoon, the Chiefs on Thanksgiving, and they got to play the Detroit Lions. This is their scenario. This is their issue. That's who they got to go up against. And everybody walking around here like, oh my God, Dallas is going to make the playoffs. Here's your shot if you're the Dallas Cowboys. You got to win 6 in the next 7 games. You got the Chargers on the list. You got the Minnesota Vikings on the list. And those 3 games that I mentioned, that's 5 of your 7 games. You got to win 6 of your final 7 games in the season in order to make the playoffs. In order to have a chance. You already lost to Chicago. You already lost to the Carolina Panthers. You tied with Green Bay. You lost to Arizona. I mean, you got pivotal losses all over the place. Dallas, playing mediocre teams. They're undefeated. Playing teams above 500, they're winless. So you look at it from that standpoint and you say, what they gonna do? We got to find out. There's a lot to talk about because let me tell you something. I actually think the Dallas Cowboys could beat the Philadelphia Eagles this week. The way the Eagles have been playing. I know my man T Love ain't gonna like that, but he'll get over it. All right, so you look at them, you look at their offense. We gonna find out. We gonna find out. But right now, looking at Dallas, looking at Philadelphia, this is what it is. Philly don't have to win, and there's a level of urgency they don't have. So that kind of helps. The game is in Dallas. Your backs are against the wall. You got to win every game moving forward. So a legitimate argument could be made that if you're the Dallas Cowboys, there's a level of urgency that's in your favor that the Eagles don't have to worry about. One could argue it's playing with house money because it's about Jalen Hurts. Another could argue, hell, they won the last game, but A.J. Brown only had 7 receptions for 49 yards. You know, they won the last game, but Devontae Smith only had 1 reception for 5 yards. And Jalen Hurts didn't even throw for 200 yards, and Saquon Barkley was averaging 3.2 yards a carry. There's a lot of reasons to believe that the Eagles will lose this game. The flip side to that, however, is that no matter how bad things are when it comes to the Eagles, particularly offensively, they find a way to win. And this pickup of Phillips from the Dolphins is big time. And remember when the Eagles won the opener against the Dallas Cowboys 24-20 in Philadelphia to open the season, Jalen Carter didn't play that game because he spit on Dak Prescott and as a result got ejected from the game immediately. He'll be there this Sunday, along with Phillips and the rest of the crew. So we're going to see what Dak Prescott and the Cowboys do against those brothers. It can be very, very interesting. Make no mistake about it. 888-MAD-DOG 6 is the number to call. It's 888-623-3646. You're listening live to the Stephen A. Smith Show, Sirius XM, Mad Dog Sports Radio. Back with your calls, your voicemails, and more in a minute.